Right, it is the big match on Saturday. England face off against New Zealand in the Women's Rugby World Cup final at Eden Park in Auckland.
And joining us today is 2014 Rugby World Cup champion Rocky Clarke, and back with us in the studio, of course, is sports broadcaster Paul Coit.
Good morning to you, Rocky, then. Look, this is a bit of a nail-biting finale because, of course, the All Blacks right across the genders are always strong contenders.
Oh yeah, they are for sure, and we've come up against them many times in the final, and unfortunately we've come off second best. But I think we're in the best possible position we can be to win the World Cup against the Kiwis.
Rocky, you know, you say you're in the best possible shape, but it's 30, isn't it like 30 on the bounce now that England have managed to win? I mean, there's not been any dominance like this in any sport, has there? I mean, this is incredible, which then makes me worry, thinking, oh, does that mean that it's going to happen once and it's going to happen in the final? So put our mind at rest. Everything's going to be fine, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's a lot of pressure resting on their shoulders and they're expected to win, and they only know how to win. So they're going to have a lot of pressure. Obviously, New Zealand are playing in front of a home crowd. They've been playing really well throughout the World Cup. But we also know that we can beat New Zealand, as we beat them last year twice in a row, and New Zealand were also beat by France as well last season. So they're going to come at us. They're two completely different playing styles. We're going to be more structured, rely on our set piece with a phenomenal defence. New Zealand, as we know, like to chuck the ball around, offloading quick-paced game. So as long as we stop it getting to their wings, Portia Woodman, Ruby Tui, then we should be fine.
Rocky, do you get frustrated? Not only do the women's team get overshadowed by the men's, but also when it comes to the sport. I mean, I think of the Lionesses and the support, the national support and the publicity that they got when they reached this stage in the Football World Cup compared to, I mean, forgive me, I didn't even know we were getting to the final this weekend. I'm absolutely thrilled, but a bit ashamed of myself I didn't know. But there's a sort of secondary level to all of this, which is unfortunate, don't you think?
I think we're going in the right direction for sure. And I was one of the maximum crowd out at Wembley to watch the Euros. It was absolutely amazing, and women's sport in general is going through the roof. And we just need to get behind each other. And unfortunately, obviously, because it's being played in New Zealand, all the games are at sort of 3 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, that kind of thing. So it hasn't got the biggest coverage that it might have if it was slightly better times. However, the women's sport is starting to break records. Every time we have a match in England, we're sell-out crowds. So I think we're going in the same direction as the Euros. So I'm pretty happy the way it's going. And certainly if we win the World Cup, I think that's going to change the sport forever.
In the 137 games you played, the difference in the first game you played for England up to the 137th and now to how things are now?
Yeah, when I first started, it was out in Canada, and I was quite a bit heavy, I must say. It was, you only had a handful of people watching, and the resources you had, and obviously we weren't full time. The girls now are in amazing condition. The resources we have, the social media, the coverage. You know, you can access any of the players. You know who the Hannah Bottomans are, the Holly Aitchisons, the Zoe Harrisons, and to have them, the guys, be just so, so out there, and every position. I think I've probably got more fame now after playing rugby than when I did. So that just shows you how the game has evolved, and the speed of the game, the physicality. It's a different level now to when I got my cap 20 years ago.
Time to go back. I think she ought to go back to playing again, then make the most of it.
Well, look, Rocky, we're so excited about the final. Give us a prediction. Who's going to win, and what's the score?
OK, I think England are going to win by 9 points.
Ooh, so, I like it. I like your style. Fabulous. Rocky Clarke, former England captain and indeed World Cup winner. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.